time for the reveal. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're here to talk about the Keymove K87 1980s edition. Keymove is set out to bring back the retro look in a gamer fashion with the new high-tech upgrades, hot swappable, all that goodness. So let's get into it. First off, checking out the box here. The way they label their switches are a little bit different, but it just says K87, other color. We have the other color with a little blue dot. I believe ours is actually blue, so that might be the way they annotate it under other. So to be more specific on the red switches, these should be the Gateron linear red switches. All right, coming right into the box here, we have a full breakdown of the build. That's pretty neat. So checking out here, PBT 3-color keycaps, high stability Gateron self-lubricated precision adjustment satellite switch. Not sure if I've heard the term satellite switch. 40-degree access bottom with mute sandwich silicone. So this has a 3.5mm silicone gel gasket inside for sound deadening, dampening, or enhancing depending on how you look at it. Then on the bottom here it has a 7.9mm silicone silent barrier gasket. So the aim for this keyboard, one, to give you that nice mechanical feel, right? But two, to also not be crazy loud. It seems like the way of the gamer lately is going more towards the linear switches. So you still get that really nice thock noise without so much of the loud clickety-clack. I'll be honest, it's definitely more of a preference to me nowadays, even though my main keyboard still uses the clicky switches. I want to switch over to something like this here or like the Keymove here. Problem is, none of them have numpads and I haven't ordered a separate numpad. And with a lot of the stuff I do, having that numpad helps a lot. So maybe I should order myself a full size or a 96 instead of an 80 or the TKLs, stuff like that. As you guys can see, I like my keyboards. That is a small portion of the collection up there. There will be more added, I promise. Okay, so inside the box, we have a Keymove branded switch and cap puller. Got ourselves a little box here. Let's see how they did on the cable. I do like me a fancy cable. Not bad. Goes with the style of this board very well. We got a USB-A to USB-C. Now, I like the attention to detail here, so let's take a look. Look at the little ridges, even on the charging cable, right? You'll see what I mean here when we get to the board in just a second. Ooh. Now that is a color scheme I do not have in the collection at all. Okay, so let's talk about the price on this board while we stare at its brilliance. The price on this board looks like it comes in at about 99 bucks. That's pretty in line with a lot of the other boards we revealed, from the EpoMaker TH80 to the couple renditions of Dust Silver, like these guys right here. Now, there's no doubt that in today's current market for the keyboards, there are better prices out there for similar boards, but not many of them are going to come with the aesthetic that this one has, and I'll show you why. So we're going to start on the bottom. So check this out. This is the attention to detail I was talking about in this board. Like a lot of other boards in this segment, you have the Windows, Mac, 2.4 Bluetooth, and wired switches. Now the difference is just, I really love the look of this board. The attention to detail on the sides, the edges, just these little accent pieces and ridges. It's just a sharp looking board to me. It really is. Now, this is one of the cooler parts. So, if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you guys know I'm a big fan of Newfie. Now, Newfie makes excellent boards, most of which come in $40 to $80 higher than this board right here. Now, over the years, the only main problem I've heard with Newfie is some of their smaller boards, right? They tend to have an issue with batteries, especially the Air 96. Whew, that's a tight one to get off, but check this out. This is a universal 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Cool part about this, you ever have issues down later on in the future, this is a fairly easy battery to get your hands on. If I can find the price, I'll throw it up here. All right, just a quick interjection here. I thought about putting this in words, but I wanted to put it in voice. This is where the battery goes. This is the battery. I was wrong. This battery is not easy to find. I'm gonna reach out to Keymove, find out if they plan on offering this for sale on their shop or anything, because I can't find this battery anywhere. And I mean anywhere. I figured it better to put this in voice than just throw some words on there, but I also wanted to point it out because in the information I was given about this is supposed to be an easy battery to get, and it's kind of a selling point to this because it is a really cool feature, but only if you can find the batteries. All right, back to the review. It's just nice to see. That's straight up the right to repair alleyway. They have a nice little board on the back here. Looks pretty sharp. Again, it's one of those little things. Yes, all the other keyboards, you can take them apart and you can get to the batteries and replace them. But keep in mind, this is a 1980s retro style keyboard. Back in the 1980s, you could replace the battery and everything because most of them use double and triple A's and all that kind of stuff, or C and D batteries. All right, now let's pull off a couple of these keycaps and get ourselves a closer look here. Right there's the Gateron red switches. So these right here, these are the 3-color keycaps. So you have the white on the outside, the gray on the inside, and then the blue printing. Let's give it a little scratch test. You know what? We're gonna scratch it with the metal. You know, I'm gonna start doing that in all my keycaps. I'm gonna start doing a little scratch test. Now I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I'm not gonna use a knife because if you want to get the color off, you can. But you know, just a rigid little metal test, you can see, holds up just fine. Okay, so right here we can see north firing LEDs and an absolutely massive silicone barrier right down there. That is one of the larger plates they were talking about for sound deadening. Hopefully the camera gets a good view on it. You know, overall, I just got to give them props. Just color-wise, keyboards nowadays, there's not a lot of differentiation. There's a couple of companies that are going outside the box. You know, they're putting screens and stuff on them. Me personally, I don't want a screen on my board. It'd be super cool on the wall. So if you guys have one and you want to send it over, let me know. But it's just not my go-to for that. But the color. Now, does this match my overall setup? Not entirely, but could I see a really awesome system built around this? Whee! Let's throw these keys back on and we'll give it the sound test. Oh, before I forget, one last thing. Check this out. This right here is where they put the USB dongle right there under the feet. Now these are 2-position feet. I love to see that. It's just one of those simple things companies can add to really just to give you that extra comfort. Some people like the different angles, you know? All right, so we have a decent length cable here. It feels like a really nice quality. I do like the cable and the attention to detail. Again, is that going to be something everybody notices? Probably not. All right, let's go ahead and do ourselves a quick little sound test here. I'm going to use monkey type, see what I can get in the allotted time frame. Try to line myself up here. Messed up a little bit, but we got a 95% accuracy at 98 words per minute. Again, not my best, but this feels nice. Let's do a little more sound test here. Let's just kind of listen to it. All right, now here's something I cannot show you. This thing just feels silky smooth, almost milky when you're typing on it. I really, really like that. Okay, I pulled a Linus there. I did an accidental damage test as I dropped the board, and it actually dented my table, and I hit the corner. That's on me. I was trying to check some stuff out with flatness. Okay, this part's gonna be a little weird. I noticed something kind of different, and I'm not sure if it's intentional, but something just doesn't quite sit level with my eyes here. So I'm gonna do my best to try to see what I'm looking at here. Okay, I saw something with my eye that I just want to try to verify, and it's kind of hard to verify. Yeah, so if we look at the case here, there is a couple of millimeter variation across the front plate. Now, when I dropped it a few minutes ago, I dropped it because I was trying to look at this best I could, and I hit this corner here. Again, this might not bug people. It's just something that my eyes noticed. I'm going to reach out and see if this was in any way intentional, because overall, the rest of the board seems extremely square. Again, not a huge deal. It could just be something in the manufacturing process. Could just be the one they sent me. Overall, I think it's a fantastic looking keyboard. Another aspect, I just spent a few minutes, my eyes pick up on things like this and it throws me off because I'm not sure if it's my glasses or if I'm actually seeing it. So I was using the square, and I also noticed it's not perfectly flat across the bottom. It kind of has an inward bow, but yet the keycap levels, they're all perfect. So I'm thinking this might be an intentional build thing. Just thought I'd throw it out there. All right, now let's get a few cool shots of the RGB to show you guys what the color backlights are. All right, so digging deep into it, I can say that I would recommend this keyboard. Keep in mind, if you sign up and do a first purchase on KeyMove, you can get 15% off your first sale. So that's gonna drop your price down about 15 bucks. Overall, fit and finish looks really solid. You have multi-stabilizing feet across the bottom. These ones here to help catch it when you have the backs up, very nice. I love the replaceable battery. I love the aesthetic. I mean, it sounds great. And let's be realistic, with mechanical keyboards these days, when you're going for this price range, you can really adjust these to sound whatever way you prefer. I like the sound right out of the box. I'm not quite as picky as some people though, and I understand that, so it helps to be able to change that if you want to. But what you're really getting with this one is just a very unique housing with some really good attention to detail. But again, I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys want me to review. What keyboard is your top suggestion right now in the budget market? Because me personally, I'm not into the $400, $500, $600 keyboards because I can't justify that myself, so I wouldn't really recommend it to you guys. Would I like to review some? Absolutely, just to check them out. But aside from that, as you can see from this nice little hole here in my desk, she passed the durability test. It looks good, it sounds good, and the price isn't horrible. So thanks for watching this quick little review on the KeyMove K87 1980s edition. Again, let me know what you guys think down below, and we'll see you on the next one.